what happens. So the game is going to begin very soon. So for those of you guys who just tune in, the first game will be AHQ against Saigon Jokers. And what do you think? Predictions for your side? I mean, you prefer to see Saigon Jokers?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, after watching the GPL now much more, I have become a fan of the Sergeant Jokers, especially Nick's Water. His AP mid is really inspiring, and his spears are so spot on in so many situations.
Yep, definitely. So right now we're going to move in the champion section for the bans and picks for the first game of the day, HQ Esports against the Saigon Jokers.
Still having the bug with the bans and picks, so all the bans and picks will be displayed on the right hand side, but we will talk you through it.
Yep, you're going to search for us, and you can see a lot of, I would say, respect bans going off right there. Nidali and Rise, Nidali being targeted to Nick's Water, and on South, Mr. Fate targeted to West Door. And we do see those bans came out very quickly. No one wants to see it used by anyone. Oh,
Xin Chao ban.
Interesting, the Xin Chao ban.
Well, it's always Xin Chao, and then the other team would use Jarvan to kind of counter the Xin Chao.
Yep.
But they're so head on. But now that the Xin Chao is out of play, we'll see who can pick up the Jarvan.
But here, the last ban, though, is going to be killed right there on the side of Saigon Jokers. And
no Lee Sin ban. No Lee Sin ban.
No Lee Sin ban. So it's interesting to see whether Lantier will pick it up. And also for the side of Zed, I believe it is for West Door, if I'm not wrong. Well, if my information is not wrong, he's been playing quite a lot previously on his streams, and he's quite strong with it. And Zed is very strong assassination mid-bruiser champion.
Yes, he is. His burst is insane when it comes to taking out the carries, and you don't expect it. Get the ultimate down. He also uses you. He deals a lot of damage. You think you can get out, and then you still get the afterburst that takes you down.
Oh, it's actually a side fact. Actually, you use Quicksilver Sash to.
Yeah, you can get rid of it, but
negate that damage.
But then again, the Quicksilver Sash is not a cheap item to get, so you'll lack a lot of damage if you do decide to get it.
Yep. So see, two ninjas actually being picked up on the side of HQ. The second pick and third pick will be Shen and Sona. So they're not going to give Sona to SAJ.
Yep. Safety loving that Sona pick. Actually has only been playing Sona in the GPL, I believe. Or a lot.
Just a lot, but
a lot.
I think he has picked up some other champions because opponent picked it. He had a separate champion, but mostly Sona. Yes,
mostly Sona. Next Walker actually going with the Katarina.
Well, we might see, as you mentioned, a slight mention, as you mentioned, how the double teleport is happening for the side of EU, where jungle and the mid takes the teleport.
Yep.
Might see something like that happen since, you know, we see Katarina being picked up, and Katarina in the laning phase against Zed, if Zed goes mid, will not be able to win out that much.
No, not at all.
But in terms of she's able to teleport away, get a double kill, she'll snowball from the kills much easier.
Snowball from other lanes, yes.
Yep.
So last pick being chosen by AHQ, still nothing there.
So it's going to be a Graves and Sona combination though.
Oh, there's the Vi. We've seen a lot of Vi, like we said, in the European scene.
Yes, and it's very strong overall, especially since the ultimate cannot be stopped.
Yes, and it just locks the enemy carry down. There's like no way you can get away from it.
Yep, and Vi does a lot of burst damage, slightly like Vayne, not true damage, but percentage physical damage on the health, and it just hurts tremendously, especially onto the carries. So on the side of SAJ though, they do have a way to dive in as well as disengage, with Katarina and Janna being picked up.
Janna, a really good disengage there. If Shen does come in for a taunt, if Zed does try to jump in. It's all about timing though with Janna.
Definitely.
See how well safety executes it.
Especially since Shen's taunt can be disabled by Janna's ability.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. You can knock him up.
The Hurricane and the...
This was the ultimate. So push everyone away. And it's going to be Katarina as well as Hackrim being picked up right there. So
a lot of AoE CC. You have the Hecarim to fear the whole enemy team. You have Janna that can throw the whole enemy team around. You have Irelia being able to isolate the target, just keep them locked down, and then you have Katarina to finish everything off.
Definitely. And so even though as your burst damage from the ultimate, they get nerfed slightly.
Yeah.
Still can do a lot of damage in overall team fights. So as you mentioned, this is very AoE heavy team comp, trying to get off the resets as fast as possible for the side of Katarina. And for HQ though, it's more of a diving team comp setup, but they do have the Sona to disengage and protect the carry. Like if Hagrid does dive in together with Katarina, the Crescendo will be ready for them.
Yep. So a lot of dive buddies. We have Vi that can jump in. We have Shen that can follow up with the ultimate. We have Westor on Zed being able to just cast his ultimate on a enemy carry in the fight.
Vulnerable at the same time.
Yep.
Dodging everything off. So
Very
who do you think has a better lineup in your own opinion?
In my own opinion, I think that AHQ has a very, very strong lineup to take out the main damage components of Saigon Jokers. And if they do manage to get it off, they'll be in front, I believe. But Saigon Jokers has a very strong team fighting
team fight potential.
Yeah, composition with the Katarina and all the CC to disengage, engage. It really depends how well they execute it.
Definitely. And one thing to know is actually Westdoor is going for Ignite and Barrier, not going to go for Flash. So it's going to be a very aggressive lane.
Yes.
Going to dive in for the kills. And for the side of his, let's look at his Rune's mastery, it's like what he has picked up and how he plays it. It will be different for anyone else, but it is going to be a mix though, going for physical damage on the Quintessence, 2.25 each, and then stacking up armor penetration on the marks, on the reds, and the yellow and blue is going to be very similar. It's going to be flat armor as well as flat magic resist, so nothing special on that end, just that he's going for the hybrid style for damage and both armor penetration works well with it. And going for 21-9.
Taking the cooldown reduction though, which is very standard on Zed as he is a caster, so
his skills cooldown in the early stage is actually very long. The 4% hop it out slightly, but it is very good. Going for all damage in the tree, do not need critical strike because Zed doesn't build into that. And on the side of the defense, because he took barrier, so he wants the extra points onto barrier from Summoner's Resolve. And spending 1 point on hardiness though, so even though he's fighting against the AP mid, he wants to make sure that he reduces the gang damage coming out from
He's not really scared of Katarina. That's what I'm thinking. Because as soon as Katarina ultis him, when Katarina is on him, he can just pop his barrier, soak up all the damage, a lot of the damage, and there's not much Katarina can do about that.
And not only that, when Katarina casts ultimate, Zed can cast ultimate as well to become invulnerable to dodge the damage, to mention from there. So let's take a look at what Katarina has prepared, because for next water, he knows that he's going to get burst down, but he has Flash and Barrier, so does not have Ignite, but he has this Barrier to protect him if Zed does go all in onto him. So this AP made the matchup, they know what they need to do in order to stay alive. So it'll be interesting to see from this. But for the side of this, Runes, it's going to be very standard.
Yeah, very standard. Taking magic resist, flat magic resist though, which I find it kind of surprising as they are going against a very AD heavy team.
But I mean, the magic damage coming from Shen as well as Sona is something that you prepare for. But and at the same time for Katarina, you just want to be a bit more tanky overall.
Yep.
But if you put flat armor into the blues, into the glyphs, it just gives so little.
Yeah.
So there's nothing much to gain. And maybe I believe Nick's Water didn't set up enough for this, because he might have been able to went for AP per level for the glyphs.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. AP per level would have been a good choice there.
But from here, you can see he's actually going for a whole tanky route, just doing enough damage with the arcane knowledge, getting the magic penetration, and then going down to the defensive tree very heavily, taking most of the defensive points right there.
It's going to be a very tanky Katarina. We have seen tanky Katarina coming from Voyboy from the first times we saw her.
Yes.
And that worked out pretty good, because you do have to get focused down, and if you build tanky, that's exactly what you want.
That's exactly what you want. At the same time, even if they don't focus you down in the team fights, your cooldowns are fast.
Yeah.
Spam your abilities, you use the ultimate. As long as someone dies, you can just use it again.
Yeah.
It's so beneficial for the team. But if I'm not wrong, Katarina has been slightly toned down.
Yeah, she has been.
Yeah.
Like Voyboy, Skara, and TNC no Akama all gave their opinions. At one point after the remake, Katarina was quite strong, or really strong actually.
Yep.
And they did give their input to Riot, and she did get a nerf after that.
Definitely. So But she is still a very strong champion. Definitely, reset champions are
Yes.
something you want to be scared or worried about. You want to make sure that you don't give the free reset, ending up in a free pentakill or quadra kill in
Yep.
team.
As well, we have seen a lot of Katarina being paired up with Akali's, or Akali at top lane,
Yep.
or a Tristana on bottom lane. Having the reset buddy to jump in after is a really good thing
It's
to
a very
have on
good
your
thing to
team.
have, definitely. So right now, we're just gonna move right into it, and all the pings are coming. We do see though AHQ see me ping the top side, so most probably going to go for an aggressive invade, going in from the top tri-rush area.
We'll see. Katarina actually picking the cloth armor there. Very standard pick against a AD mid.
And it's also more viable now because of how Zonya has been fixed.
Yep.
to
So you
do the
can just
upgrade
build
from
into
there.
that Zonya. Oh, QTV actually getting caught off there by AHQ, but no.
But everyone
No
was a bit
CC
too
coming down
far.
there.
Only Green Tea was there at that point of time. Oh, they actually did not manage to deward that ward, even though everyone was right there. They tried to aim down Irelia instead of hitting the ward just now.
That felt like a very laggy play by both sides.
I mean, Sona was the one that was charging up so front forward, but the whole team was lagging behind.
Yep.
So definitely there was nothing much they could do from there. So they're just going to back off. We see multiple pings being sent out from both teams. They're just going to die. I mean, not dive, but dance in the middle right now.
Yep.
To see what's happening.
Actually, AHQ trying the other side now. Junie does manage to get into the brush. He's actually just gonna poke an sick shot there, and safety does disengage.
But we do see the ward though, as you were talking about before this. We have a short conversation of how right now they just ward the golem area just like that.
Yep.
This area. So they want to spot out what's happening on the blue side later on. And after Vi Lantier has finished up on his waves, he might be going over to smite the blue. But we do see though, Junie took the safe path.
Yep.
Because they're uncertain whether they'll be coming again. So he's going to go take the raid first overall, instead of going for the blue.
So AHQ actually just going to sit up in the brush here, trying to spot some people out just in case.
Yep. Giving a lot of defense for both junglers right there. So they're going to start off safely, making sure they do not give the buffs, which is very important for the early game because it gives those levels the jungle need to gank. And
Junie
so-
actually using smite to take his red buff there, compared to Lantier who got his smiteless.
But at the same time, we do see though, the ward spots Junie doing the blue, but there won't be any risk. Oh wait. Oh, it's a 1 minute ward. I just realized that. So they will not be able to catch off Junie.
Right.
So Junie is going to be able to take the blue, and it's going to be fine from this. They do know though that he's going to be closer to the mid and bottom lane right now because he went to take his red first. Because the 1 minute ward just tells you that much information you need.
Yep, that's the only thing you need. So it gives you also it also gives the top laner of AHQ's the option to play a bit more aggressive if you know that the enemy jungler is in the bottom jungle.
And at the same time, as we were talking about that, bottom lane such an aggressive trade going on. LB is going a bit too aggressive because he's reached his level 2 first, but he got poked back by Janna as well as Archie, and a lot of summoners being used right there. LB is ignited as well as Archie using his barrier to negate the damage. Well played by both sides. And for the bottom lanes, the AD support battle, SAJ is not backing down. The Albis is known to be one of the best AD carries in Taiwan and with very great mechanics. So right now, ping wards are being planted for both ends, but the ward happens though for AHQ, forcing SAJ to play a bit safe.
AHQ actually gets spotted out there by the ward in their own brush. There's actually a ward there.
That was why Janna did not want to move into the ward, the pink. So she knew that it was a dangerous location.
It was a ward bait. Oh, June actually coming in for the gang on Westar here. Westar does not have that flash, does use his barrier, tries to burst on Nyx Water, but the first blood does go to Katarina.
And he did manage to bring Nyx Water quite low, but the barrier from Nyx Water as well, just keeping
as well as the armor that he has from his runes, from the cloth armor. It's so strong.
Yep, so strong and so tanky. We can see that Katarina, getting the Seeker's Arm Guard already at 79 armor at level 4, and that's a lot of armor early game to negate the damage.
I really like that build on Katarina there. It does, it seems to be working out for Nyx Water a lot there.
Right. So at this instant, we do see though a bottom lane after all those trades happening because of Virus in the jungle. Oh, a side pause happened right there.
Slight pause there.
But I was talking about both bot lanes being very aggressive, but because of the sustain that green tea provides as so now, we do see the Graves coming out ahead. Both of them started with advanced bait for both Albis as well as Archie.
Yeah, but you just don't have that sustain if you're going for the Janna, which shows now.
Yep. And in the past, a lot of people would say Sona would be a counterpick to Janna because Janna can only shield one champion, but
Yes.
Sona can aim both champions to the Hymn of Valor.
Yep.
So I'm not sure why. I think they went for this pick though because they saw that it was going to be a dive competition coming up from AHQ. They wanted to make sure the ADs, the carries were safe. So it'll be interesting to see whether losing off in this laning phase though will cost them.
We'll see about that. QTV actually disconnecting here. We'll see.
We'll see. I think just a slight connection error from that. So
Yep.
nothing to be worried about. Sorry right there. So we are actually back live, but the game pause and the bug issue caused everything to skip quite far apparently. So we're going to move right into the game. There's actually 4 kills already on the side of AHQ and 1 on the side of Saigon Jokers. So I did not manage to watch what happened, but my co-commentator did see most of it happening.
Not most of it, but a little bit.
First a little bit. I'm going to move right back into it. So just now before we froze, we did see that Graves was diving onto Ezreal on the bot side, and he did manage to land the kill. And after that, in the mid lane, there was a gang coming together with Prides as well as Resdor. They made a combination to take out Katarina.
No, Katarina was taking out... No, that's true.
You right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then one more again for the bottom lane though happened later on with Janna falling to Mr. Elvis. And so we're actually going to move right back in, jump forwards a bit. As you can see, there's a very big delay in overall what happened throughout the matches. You can see the actual time of the game is jumping even further. So I'm going to jump slowly, hopefully not missing anything for this game as I move slowly into it. Well, from my competitor side, it's jumped to the live part area, so we're gonna see 2 more kills happen very soon. So we're just gonna wait for it to happen so you guys can enjoy what's happening for both teams on their end. And moving back into this game, we do see that the aggression for the side of AHQ is at large. They have a 3 kills advantage, at the same time about a 3k goal difference right there, forcing Saigon Jokers to react to their aggression and overall every single lane. And wow, look at the next water. Go get burst down most probably. Yes, Resdor does take the kill, shadows away, and he's safe.
Bottom lane, a lot of aggression actually going on in bottom lane. The main focus of AHQ is on the bottom lane. They do not want that Ezreal to get any damage. They are trying to snowball Graves as hard as possible, and you'll see that in the upcoming few minutes.
But I'm going to skip forward slightly. Hopefully I don't skip past the next kill. Oh, I did. Wow. And as just as it happened, it was a fight that happened on the bot side. Apologize for that, where they did manage to catch Janna off guard for a side of safety, though. So I'm not sure. Let me make it sure with my producers. Do I need to fast forward to what's live right now so that the timings for each region is the same? Can my producer help me check this out? Whether we have to fast forward the timing exactly to live, so to match the timing of everyone else, because I believe that everyone wants to see this exciting match as enjoy it as much as possible. But this is the first time we're facing this problem, so we're going to see what's happening. And right there, a great gang coming for the side of Resdor together with Prides, but QTV instantly flashed away.
Yep, flashing that.
Responded from that.
Successful gank right there. A flash is always good.
But he did waste some time, so to speak.
Actually, again coming down at bottom there, Lantry actually jumps onto Archie. There we can see the lockdown onto Archie. They do decide to dive this. Janna does come around. Lantry taking a lot of tower shots, is unable to get out of there.
So the tower and the Arcane Barrage managed to take him down in the end. And Nix Water comes in from the side to try to get the kill onto Graves, who ventured a bit too far, but they are unable to do so. So from here we do see a fight going on up top. QTV and Juni charging onto Prides, but Prides right now with his item is a bit too tanky. So this is going to be fine in terms of for him. So nothing has been wasted for the side of Shen, but he did manage to teleport down. Look at that, Resdor charging in from the side, taking down safely, and Mr. Albis taking down the tower. So it is 1 tower and 5 kill difference with HQ in the lead of 4k in just 30 minutes in the game. So here we're gonna see whether Saigon Jokers will be able to fix this problem they have right now. They are fairly behind. You can see Grace picking up the blade of the Ring King. So
And actually going for the dragon right now. Will get it uncontested as as the SAJ Jokers do not have any vision on that.
yep, and they'll push back so far away to kill, and the tower being brought down. And here instantly moving on to the blue buff as well. They want to deny as much objectives they can against Saigon Jokers. And here Westall does actually take the blue buff, but Hakrim as Rune is forced to use the ultimate to get away from because it was brought down so low so quickly. And just as talking about taking off Dragon, with the Blade of the Rune King is so easy.
Yes, with the 5% damage of the whole
damage.
Yep.
Yep, onto the Dragon.
It will just shred so incredibly fast.
Yep.
Actually now a lot of aggression going down into on the mid tower, and it will go down to HQ, not contested there. SAJ Jokers not looking very strong right now.
Yep, losing overall map control in this game, at the same time losing in amount of total kills happening on this map, so everything is not moving on well.
Huge items being finished by HQ. Blade of the Rune King onto Zed, onto Graves, Sunfire Cape onto Shen. Now does have that split pushing potential. Brutalizer, a lot of damage right there onto the mid of AHQ.
You can see that Zed is like so rich at this point of time in comparison to Katarina, just keeping the Seeker's arm guard as well.
It's the Haunting Guys.
The Haunting Guys right there. So
also in the farm difference, we can see there's a lot of difference there. AHQ actually trying to look for a gang up top, but QTV does get out of that one.
he dodges the taunt.
Actually going. Huh?
Oh, he managed to dodge the taunt once again.
Yep. Nixport actually baiting out Westor there. The ultimate does get popped onto Nixporter, but will not have enough damage to take down Katarina.
It was a well played right there, the exhaust at the last second. As that was happening, the dive happened up top. Lantier used his ultimate to dive right in with the taunt together, just locking Irina down, and the burst damage coming out just so painful.
Sona flashing in for the kill.
Wow, so much aggression. And here Archie easily being brought down. Look at the burst damage coming from Mr. Albis, but Juni and Safety coming from the side. And I always know that he's going to fall. Tries to get a kill onto Ezreal.
Flash shot onto Ezreal there. Archie doing a good, Safety doing a good job pushing Shen into the tower there. Christian does go down from Green Tea. Archie dropping very, very low, but does manage to survive. Green Tea now in trouble here. Archie still poking around. The kill does go to Juni there. Well played by SAJ Jokers.
Yep. So definitely well played. Something a comeback right there in terms of overall advantage in the kills, but the goal difference because of the tower that's happening right there.
And the dragons.
And the dragon is putting them further behind. So here we do see the item being picked up. QTV is going to go for the Warmox to be tanky for the team, and the side though on Juni, he's going for the Blessing of the Lizard Elder. Not Blessing, but Spirit of the Lizard Elder, doing a lot of damage right now as Hakrim, and together with the Glacier Shroud, most probably going to be an Ice Bomb Gauntlet.
Juni does catch off Westeros at the Wraith Camp. Nixport does jump in for the ultimate there. Does pop his barrier, but the kill does go down onto Juni.
And once again, wow, Westall being a bit too aggressive right there.
Yeah, HQ being very aggressive, and also a little bit overconfident, not getting the wards down, and then falling to SAJ Jokers.
But overall, we can see the goal difference though is still 5k right there, so HQ is still very comfortable with what's happening. Overall, they are just losing out quite a bit because of some misjudgment, I suppose, so to speak. But overall, they are still very much ahead in this game. Just taking a look at the goal difference right now, it's going to reach soon 20 minutes. We do see the top lane Shen with 5.6k to area, 4.6k, and the jungler as well, but about the same because they've been ganking for normally and kills. But for the side of mid lane though, Westall with 6.5k right there in comparison to Katarina, Nixwater of 5.1k.
That's 1.5k difference there on the mids. Huge leads onto Zed there, but Zed might drop off later on.
But at the same time though, Grace and Ezreal almost having the same difference. Grace with 6.7k and Ezreal with 5.2, because the overall CS difference and stacking up is the main reason why HQ is so far ahead in this game, and
Yes.
those money is on the carries for the team, and this is what they want happening. And even on the support, Sona with 4.4k against 3.2 on the side of Jana.
That's the global objectives that AHQ has managed to get. And they are looking to press their advantage as much as possible right now. Very aggressive voting by HQ now in the purple side jungle.
And wow, Graves getting the Blade of Rune. You're not going to go for attack speed, but just going for more damage. Actually picking up another BF sword right there.
It's a good pickup, I guess, because Grave does gain attack speed with his quick draw. Being able to burst down people. What they are looking for with this team composition is not to sustain a long fight, but it's more like to burst down the enemy as fast as possible.
Definitely. So this is working out on the side of ASU very well, I would have to say.
Yep.
And on the side of SAJ though, the tankiness is slowly being built up for the team, but the damage output is lacking right now, which
Yes, it is.
very important.
Juni actually picking up the oracles for his team, clearing out a few wards in this jungle.
And they really need to get back onto the overall side disadvantage they have right there. The map control is at large, is in the favor of ASU as they have taken down the first tier turrets right there.
Dragon should be spawning now. HQ is on it. No vision from SAJ and Jokers. That should be a free dragon for HQ.
Second Jokers cannot really contest into this. All lanes are being pushed very hard and they don't have enough ward coverage because of all the wards that AHQ had in the jungle earlier. They planted in a lot of locations, and Juni has just managed to clear most of it already right there in their own jungle to feel safe and be able to farm.
Zed now actually picking up the last Whisper. He is really strong right now.
He has a brutalizer to get the last Whisper, so much penetration going on right there. Going to be easily burst as well as do a lot of damage to even those with a lot of armor.
Yes, and as well as he does have a little bit of AoE, and that will just shred the enemy team a lot. QTV actually looking for some aggression here on Chen, but this does decide to back off, even though Juni, Nixwater, and Safety are around to help him out.
We tried to bait him to come back into him just now, I believe,
Yep.
but you know, Shen was like, oh, something is wrong, and he fall back. So,
Everyone's missing.
so greatly played right there by Prides.
Aggression going down onto mid by HQ, look, but they're not really pressing any advantage right now.
I mean, they do really have the advantage. It's still at the 5k right there. They're still just planning it out. They know the Hackrim does have the Oracle, has been dewarding very heavily. I believe they're just trying to itemize a bit better, as you can see right there.
Yep,
Grace with the
Grace.
Infinity Age, and now with the both carries as very bursty in the overall damage they have, I believe they're going to go in already right now.
Grace sitting on 241 attack damage right now. He will shred no matter what. And its skills and the Blade of the Rune King with the 5% shred will be a force to be reckoned with.
On the side of SAJ though, they're trying their best to defend all the places, but right now it's not going to be enough. Top side once again, I really stopping Shen, but in the mid lane though, we can see the pressure coming off from Alvis, from Lantier. Just slowly.
Juni does come in, uses his ultimate, does miss Elvis and Lantern there. Crescendo does go down onto SAJ and Jokers. Shen ultimate is coming down. SAJ and Jokers looking in a bad position right now. Archie getting caught right there. Will be the next focus by Elvis, and Lantern will go down. Not many resets coming out from Nixwater there, and he will go down. They were unable to get the resets for Nixwater there, and that is what lost them the fight. Meanwhile, while that is all happening, Westdoor actually backdooring onto the bottom lane there, getting 2 towers, and now is shredding down on the inhibitor tower.
And that was a 3-on-4 fight actually, and Saigon Jokers, just because they're so far behind, they lost their fight.
Gold difference now at 10,000 gold.
And
Huge
hit
gold.
Peter down at the same time right there. So very well played right there for the side of Saigon Joke. I mean, for the side of AHQ. But QTV though is trying to dive in onto Westdoor, trying to take something back. And there he goes. The stun and slow misses though, but look at the burst damage coming off from Westdoor.
Insane burst right there.
The Warmox.
That was the tank. That was the tank of SAJ and Jokers there. Just taken out in an instant by Westdoor.
At the same time, the blade of Rune King, he sustained back the health so quickly, keeping him alive and healthy. So well played right there. So as this game progresses, I believe the next attempt for AHQ will be taking out the Baron and then finally pushing in the mid off to the top. Might be the
He
top.
does get the Oracle to clear out the wards around the area. Safety is on it though. We'll try to counter ward.
So they know that the next objective for AHQ is going to be the Baron, and SAJ wants to prepare for it right there. But their forces right now is not enough.
I don't think it's a good idea for AHQ to contest the Baron though.
I mean, they need to try to not give it to AHQ for free.
Yep.
Make them as low as possible because they need the buff instead of giving it to AHQ. If AHQ does take the buff, they'll be so far behind. Here we do see though, Atlantic caught a bad position, but does manages to get away with his abilities as well as a flash being used right there. So, but
AHQ is in such a big lead that contesting the Baron might not turn out good for them. If SAJ and Jokers do manage to steal it, they will fall behind, and SAJ and Jokers might have the chance to come back.
They want to disrupt AHQ from taking so freely, so the poke coming off from Archie as well as from safety will stop them from doing it and take more debuffs as well as more damage from the Baron, and this will help Saigon Jokers steal the Baron and at the
June
same
actually getting
time.
caught out there by Lantern. Will get ulti down, does have to use his ultimate to get away, but the ultimate of Grace will pick him up. And now they're looking to contest Baron. With the jungler down, the smite is down for SAJ and Jokers, and that should be an easy pickup for AHQ.
The whole jungle side there was well warded. Junie was expecting he's not warded at that area. He wanted to wait for perfect timing before he went out and warded to try to see whether he would steal the Baron. But so he got spotted, they just baited him, just waited for him right there, and after everything was prepared, they just dived right in.
And now AHQ shredding down onto the second tier tower in the mid lane of the SAJ and Jokers. Junie's still not up.
Junie is still not, he will be up very soon, but his ultimate is down, which is a problem for the team because he is the main initiator right there.
Yep.
As we have mentioned.
But it's actually tanking the tower. They're not really scared of any damage right now. He's so tanky right now. Has the Sunfire Gate, has the Warden's Mail, and an extra Giant's Belt.
Yes, not building the warm-ups, but going for the Omen for the team, for speed pushing as well as needing of damage. But okay, they're going to dive onto Albis for the side of Psycho Jokers, but they do not have enough damage to take him down at all. Smoke Bomb forces them to disengage while Zed goes in behind.
Crescendo does go down there, double kill onto Westrise. Archie does jump after Westrise there, but does not get the kill. Triple kill onto Zed.
Yes, and he is still trying to get another kill right there on the side, but in the end it goes to instead Albis right there taking a double kill from this, and this will be the GG.
And the GG is coming on by both of the teams right there. A very quick game.
As I mentioned, our screens, our timing is slightly like 2 seconds off. That's why rennbahncookie is not taking note into that. He just mentioned some of the things happened a bit earlier than just now.
That was my bad.
Yeah, but he's enjoying it thoroughly, so to speak. So we do apologize for the slight problems we had in this earlier game, so to speak, for a spectator coming down. We're not sure what happened.